Hello everyone, my name is Xiaoran and we are Group 8. Today we'd like to do the presentation about last week group activity. Our presentation is divided into two parts. The first is element related to the value creation process, and the next part is about what disclosures gave us confidence in the accuracy and relevance. The first element is purpose. IRC showed that their purpose was to protect the planet and allocate capital and corporate behavior to achieve sustainable development goals and to establish a role in society. The disclosure of this element uses a narrative description and tells the users of the report the purpose of the organization in a straightforward way, which shows the non-profit nature of this organization. The second element is strategy and resources allocation. IRC stated that their vision at the beginning of their establishment and different goals at different stage. According to this integrated report, they would complete standards and establish appropriate structures to promote high quality adoption in key markets about the 2021 to 2026 phase. This disclosure uses arrows to show the deployment goals. The combination of diagram and arrows make the logical relationship clear so that users of this report can not only understand the current and next strategies of IRC, but also understand what previous strategy used and what time they will reach their goal. The third element is risk and opportunity. IRC revealed that material matters in the 2021 planning circle and considered their strategy, work plan, and external environment. The management team conducts an assessment based on their experience, judgment, and their own contacts with stakeholders. The evaluation items are based on the degree to which they are judged to affect IIR's ability to implement the strategy. IIRC determined whether each item is a risk or an opportunity through the evaluation of material matters. The fourth element is performance. First, the significant decrease in employee turnover rate reflects the improvement in employee satisfaction. Secondly, some media data were also good. Finally, IRC stakeholder survey satisfaction score increased. It reflects the support of social media and the stakeholders for the integrated report. It is helpful to promote the realization of the goal of the report interconnection and also develop integrated thinking in the whole society. So let's move into my partner turn.
Okay, thank you for my partner. I would like to continue our presentation. The next element is about outlook. IRC is committed to the convergence of corporation reporting system and achieving the global adoption of integrated reporting and integrated thinking. Their most significant uncertainties is the pursuit of its strategy, which related to the pace and scale of the external development in the corporate reporting system. On the page 32, IRC mentioned 5 parts related to their key priorities for 2021, which is also shown in our PowerPoint. For the next elements, governance, IRC explained how their governance support to the value creation process. Firstly, the IRC's strategy decisions are enriched by the quality and diversity of their board. Their board have suitable relevant experience from several fields, which including the business and other reporting entities, also including the providers of financial capital, the policymakers, and accountancy profession. At the same time, they also have routinely scheduled board meeting, which has a high attendance rate. To ensure the governance understand and properly contact to the market development. For example, in the 2020 board meeting, they are mainly discussing how to monitoring and supporting to the IRC's COVID-19 response, which focusing on the health and well-being of the team. For the next elements, The value correction model diagram visually shows their business model. IRC transform input through several business activities into their outputs and outcome. Their inputs including the people, financial, social relationship, such as the staff in their organizations, and the board which is support to the governance. IR framework, guidance, and their website. They go through a series of activities to correct outputs and achieve working towards to a coherent and unified global corporation reporting system. IRC also launched a series of activities around their key stakeholder engagement, including the business and other reported entities, the provider of the financial capital, the framework developer, and the standard setter. For example, the IRC engages with all stakeholder groups through their annual conference and bilateral meetings. So this is the overall of our elements part, and we will move into the part two.
Hello everyone. I'll be talking about the disclosure that we found to be quite relevant from the IRC report. Yeah. Firstly, the intention of IRC merging with SASB. This whole merger thing is in line with IRC purposes, which is to make integrated thinking as a norm, which we found it. Uh, IRC 6 capital approach and SASB standards give comparability to non-financial data for investor. It also simplified the use of both approaches together as they would merge to value reporting foundation. Lastly, it gives information from all value creation driver to form governance processes. The next relevant we found quite relevant is on the risk and opportunity part. As we can see from the picture, IRC clearly labeled the risk and opportunity to make investor life easier. They also show the material matters for transparency and link the appropriate capital that related to it. The last disclosure we found to be relevant is on the performance element. From the report, we can see IRC using a clear KPI to show the growth rate, which is 15% in 2015 and 22% in 2020. IRC also show clear self-assessment, as we can see from the picture as well. Lastly, the integrated report shows the goal for the development of IRC in-country plan. Well, that's it for our presentation today. Thank you for listening and watching. If you have any question, feel free to ask and we'll try our best to answer those questions. Thank you, everyone.